I'm Milt, as usual, here at ringside, along with, of course, former wrestling great Gino Brito. You are looking now at the Ugandan Giant, Kamala, a dangerous individual, a man, I'm not sure if he actually belongs in modern Western civilization. He stands awfully close to 7 feet tall. He weighs in excess of 400 pounds, and today, here on International Wrestling, he will be facing not one but two opponents, and they are two very fine young opponents, Denis Goulet and Buddy Lane. I'm not sure why either of these two fine young wrestlers signed to appear in this handicap match versus Kamala. I'm not entirely sure why Eddie the Brain Creatchman has signed to have his man face two competitors of this great caliber, Buddy Lane and Denis Goulet. However, that is the case, and we're pleased to be presenting it to you. Rest assured, Eddie Creatchman is no slouch, he's no dummy. He must have some idea what he's doing. Let's go up to the ring and get the introduction.
Mesdames, Messieurs, c'est un combat spécial. Une chute limitée à 30 minutes, un match handicap. And the special ball, one fall, 30 minutes time limit, is an handicap match. Dans le coin rouge, Eddie Red Cover, de Winnipeg, pesant 218 livres. From Winnipeg, weighing 218 pounds, Buddy Lane. Et de Québec, à 220 livres, from Quebec City, at 220 pounds, Denis Goulet. Et leur adversaire dans le coin bleu, the opponent, Eddie Creatchman, Uganda. Mesurant 6 pieds 8, à 420 livres, à 6'8", 420 pounds, le géant Kamala. Et son gérant, manager, Eddie Une chute limitée à 30 minutes, one fall, 20 minutes, 5 minutes. Et l'arbitre de la série, André Roy.
Well, wrestling fans, Gino Brito, a handicap match, always a very exciting situation. You never know what's going to happen, and it takes a lot of courage, regardless of size, and in this case, Kamala, 6'8" and 420 pounds as announced, to face not one but two opponents. Gino, have you ever wrestled in a handicap match?
No, I haven't, Milt, and how right you are. It takes a lot of courage to wrestle two men, but I'm sure Eddie Creatchman has done his homework. He knows what Kamala can do in that ring, and I just hope that Kamala, although I predict a victory for Kamala, but I just hope he doesn't maim or hurt these young wrestlers.
Well, they're two fine young wrestlers, Denis Goulet and Buddy Lane. Now, Kamala, here we are right into the action. A gigantic man, 6'8" and 420 pounds. You can see the force wrestling fans behind those blows, both hand and feet, as Buddy Lane, who is a fine young wrestler, and for many years, for the last number of years, one of the top-ranked contenders for the AWA Light Heavyweight Championship belt. And look at the way Kamala, Gino, just straight arms him straight up in the air and drops him down very unceremoniously like a sack of potatoes. Goulet in there now, and Kamala throwing out vicious right hand and a kick, something I haven't seen him do before.
Well, look, I don't think he's that experienced as the wrestler goes, but he's so big and strong. Look at the way he just handled Goulet. A 234-pounder, picks him up like he weighs 100 pounds or less, throws him around. He is a big man to be reckoned with.
Not just that, but look at this. Denis Goulet coming back with good forearm smashes. Goulet, a weightlifting champion in the province of Quebec, and had no effect whatsoever on this man. You know, you have to look at the giant Kamala and say to yourself, is this man a man of the modern times, or is he in fact a Neanderthal, a throwback perhaps to a bygone era? One just cannot be sure. We've heard a lot of rumors, Gino, that the man emanates from a cannibalistic tribe in the central part of Uganda. Nobody's quite sure how long he's been in North America. Look at the strength he's exhibiting. Denis Goulet hanging on around his neck and had no effect on Kamala whatsoever as he went over in the corner to get Buddy Lane outside. Lane off the ropes now, and kind of a double chop by Kamala across the throat, and that great big splash by this 420-pound monster. Look at that across Buddy Lane's small of his back. Now, and look, he's asking the referee to count. It's almost as if he doesn't understand, Gino, that the back has to be down. Well,
Good job by the referee to stop it right there before it really hurt.
Was there a submission?
Oh, yes, there had to be. Submission, that was it.
I'll tell you something. You know, Kamala, 420 pounds, 6 feet 8. It's going to be very interesting, Gino, to see what happens. And I know that Dino Bravo is looking to wrestle this man. And Dino Bravo has had significant success over the years, given his tremendous strength. And he's even stronger today than he was perhaps 4 or 5 years ago. But Dino Bravo, of all the wrestlers in the world, and particularly here at International Wrestling, has had such tremendous success wrestling against men who outweigh him by 100 or 150 pounds. It's going to be very, very interesting. When the time comes, and as Kamala makes his way here through International Wrestling, the time has to come where perhaps he'll get into the ring with Dino Bravo, and that will be an interesting situation.
Look at this, Milt.
For all of us. Punishing his opponents further. Kamala big splashing. Denis Goulet, he had already defeated Buddy Lane. He's a vicious individual, Gino. He's under the control and the guidance of Eddie the Brain Creatchman. We know what kind of despicable individual Creatchman is. I'm looking forward, wrestling fans, to seeing a man the caliber of international champion Dino Bravo facing this large and destructive individual, Kamala the Ugandan Giant.
Oh, pleasure having you today with us. You know, why don't you tell the wrestling fans what your plans are for the near future in 1986?
Well, my plans is, first of all, Albert, you know, when even athletes were human beings, and we make a lot of mistakes. I certainly admit that I make mistakes, and my first way to look at it is you have to admit you make one before you have the chance to correct it. And my mistake was in '85. I not only neglected my physical condition, but I almost let it completely go. I gained a lot of weight, and luckily for me, I did not get injured, and luckily for me, I kept winning matches. Maybe because I have a reputation that's made, maybe that helped me in the ring, because guys maybe sometimes will have a tendency to overestimate me instead of underestimate me. I took advantage of that, and I kept winning matches. But what really reflected on me is how Rick Martel got hurt, and the cause of that injury made him lose that world title that he held for more than a year. And that his return to the province of Quebec really brightened me up and brought me back to reality. What I'm trying to tell you is that the last month I've been working out like a dog, like every wrestler should work out, for that matter, any athlete that competes. I'm coming back in great shape, and I feel better already, not only physically but mentally. I'm going to go out there and compete at my best, and that's the way I want to look at it. I can face anybody in the world anytime, and I know I can beat any wrestler that wants to step in the ring with me. I know that in my head. And now I have to physically make sure that I'm able to do it, because I've done it in the past. I'm going to do it again, is what I'm trying to tell you, Albert, because '86, I want it to be a good year. I know I'm not in my... no intention of quitting wrestling, but I want to quit at my best. If I have to quit '86, '87, '88, I want to go out there and be able to give it 100%. And the only way you're going to do that is by working out, not 5 days a week, not 6 days a week, but working out 7 days a week and giving it everything you've got to go out there and give the people what they pay for. When they buy a ticket, they want to see an athlete at 100% condition. Especially when you hold a title, I want to go out there and make sure people are proud of me.
Well, Dino, you know, with the return of Ricky Martel, it has to help you in your training, in getting back into form, into shape, like, you know, in your prime.
Well, it sure does, because he was a world champion, and we take pride in being both of us, the 10, probably the top 10 wrestlers in the world.
Definitely.
You cannot rank them, because, you know, as you know, there's 4 major titles. Who's the best champion? Nobody knows, because it's only a question of opinions. The only thing that we know, bring us the talent in there, bring us the competition, we'll go out there and give our best, and I know we can beat any man any given day.